play these for you. Here's the montage first of the media and Washington, their Labor Day weekend, wringing their hands, a little frustration, a little bit of anger at Obama, because this red line thing to them was a gaffe.
Go back to that red line comment the president made. Everyone heard that.
The president's red line comment got him into trouble.
I'm disappointed that we're drawing a red line and now talking about war.
He put himself in a box when he drew the line.
The president has drawn a red line. Well, constitutionally, I have no clue what that means.
Drew this red line and now has put himself into a corner.
Declaring a red line, he clearly did that as a kind of ad lib.
Why are chemical weapons a red line? What makes them so bad?
He talked himself into it by saying there's a red line.
Is it all back to that red line comment?
You wonder if the president even regrets ever using those words, red line.
The red line could haunt him.
The drawing of the red line, clearly they had not thought it through. He really does not want to do this. It's obvious, but were it not for the red line, I don't think that he would be.
You don't draw a line, red or otherwise, and then dare somebody to cross it and then call that diplomacy.
Let me tell you who you heard in there.
We call that playing a game of chicken.
That's Tavis Smiley here. David Rodham Gergen, Frederica Whitfield, Douglas Brinkley, Don Lemon, Nick Gillespie. They're all in there. And this red line thing they knew it's amateur hour. These people, these media people, they didn't know what they're going to do. They were beside themselves. And you heard David Rodham Gergen, the drawing of that red line, clearly it hadn't been thought through. Yeah, that's right. It was just Obama puffing and huffing. I'm a big tough guy. I'm a tough guy. They're going to be scared of me. I mean, I'm going to tell them, you cross that line. And Obama's so full of himself, he didn't think Assad would cross the line. He doesn't know how they look at him. Anyway, they were just beside themselves. And if the line hadn't been drawn, then none of this would be happening. Probably true. So let's grab soundbite number 8. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington. This is Sunday night on the NBC Nightly News.
Tonight, the Arab League is meeting again. The Saudis this time are pushing for a vote to support military action. But the president's reversal has clearly further damaged the perception of him as a decisive leader abroad.
Further damage? That means there was pre-existing damage, Andrea? Further damage? What do you know that you haven't told us? Why, she just said here, the president's reversal is the red line business, deciding not to show him who's boss, but instead turn it over to the Republicans. See, that's how they all saw this. You're going to turn this over to Republicans? You're going to give the Republicans this story? You're going to give them the opportunity to be the big huffer and puffer, blow the house down guys? That's what they couldn't believe. You're going to let the Republicans look like Arnold Schwarzenegger here? What the hell are you doing? So Andrea says the president's reversal has clearly further damaged the perception of him as a decisive leader. That means there must be some already existing damage out there, that this guy's not decisive. And here's Fareed Zakaria and his GPS locator. This is on CNN Sunday morning.
Whatever your views on the larger issues, it's hard not to conclude that the administration's handling of Syria over the last year has been a case study in how not to conduct foreign policy.
I'm telling you, this is a horrible Labor Day weekend for the elites and the ruling class, ruining their last weekend at the Hamptons. Fareed Zakaria. It's hard not to conclude that this administration's handling of Syria over the last year has been a case study in how not to do foreign policy. Now, Fareed's taken it personally because he advises Obama on foreign policy. You know, this Obama red line thing, what it was a tip-off to Al-Qaeda. What they had to do to make the U.S. get involved. That's what the red line was. That's what these guys don't get. The red line was not aimed at Bashar. Obama, whether he intended it or not, he draws the red line, and all he did was tell Al-Qaeda what they have to do in order to draw us in. And that's another thing these guys, I think they don't want to say that as plainly as I just said it to you. Obama set himself up to be humiliated this way. Acting like the John Wayne character, or trying to be George W. Bush. You're either with us or you're against us. Or Bring It On. I can remember how they mocked Bush for that. Well, Obama's doing the same thing with drawing his red line. But what he did in drawing the red line was tell the bad guys, oh, that's all we've got to do? And to make it look like Basher did it? Oh, cool. And they did it, apparently. Wasn't even aimed at Basher. It's embarrassing. It's just flat out embarrassing. I can't believe that this guy's been elected.
He makes it look